be ready to be upside down.
I married a monkey.
We've got the bottom sanded, masked, and we have wiped everything down with acetone. I'm waiting for lovely Dr. Yana.
No need to wait for anyone.
Oh no, this is what married in the boatyard life is like. What are you wearing?
Comrade Yana arrived to paint the boat.
And look it, still with my flip-flop. This is beautiful.
Don't touch my thing. It took me an hour to make it. Don't.
An hour to make it?
Yes.
To wrap a shirt around you?
Yes.
Good thing I'm not paying you by the hour.
Yes.
So let's get some paint on this boat finally. That's what I love to hear, a wife that just keeps saying yes.
Mixed Russian dentist and American engineer with 30 years age difference who throw it all away for ocean exploration.
Sell everything, fix steel boat, and sail away.
Time for big guns.
This is definitely the nastiest job I've ever been doing.
Never too late to see the world through our channel. Subscribe and share the adventure.
Good morning, Dawn Hunters. I'm Captain William.
And I'm Dr. Yana. Welcome back to the Dawn Hunters channel. Today we're not going to do a Q&A again, and all of this is because we are having a live stream next Saturday at 9 p.m. I linked it up there.
All right, let's go.
Let's go! Why is it so expensive?
It's a two-part epoxy. So you mix it kind of like the putty, but it's 1-to-1. So you end up with 2 gallons of coverage, and it has a special rust inhibitors inside of it. It's a barrier coat, so it seals between the rust lock, and we're going to put the bottom paint on. So this actually eats in and holds super strong, and it puts that barrier between steel, and the bottom paint has copper. So you can't really put copper on metal, or you're going to have like a galvanic issue.
Someone actually wrote us a comment that there is like a film that they now put on instead of a bottom paint.
Well, they can try that out. You have to sand your bottom away. So if it doesn't work, you have to haul the boat out, redo everything you're doing.
Okay. We can stop.
How about you try that on the fingernail?
Finally, we will be painting this 55 feet of steel. I'm very excited. Actually, I am excited because I was bugging William to paint this for a while, and one day it's too cold, another day it's too hot, then the paint is wrong, then something didn't arrive, so finally today is the day. Well guys, yesterday when we were supposed to paint that thing again, guess what? It was too late. So today is the day. Hey, you can't start without me. You guys remember I told you about that mode that William gets into when he wants to get something done fast?
So you have plenty of places for the beautiful model to go.
Don't start doing things without me. I'm the master.
Your gloves are there, and your...
Anyways, first we had to sand the rust lock. We wiped it down with acetone, but that was a couple of days ago when we were supposed to be painting. So now we are gonna go and wipe it down with acetone again. You know guys, every time I'm crawling under this boat, I keep thinking it's not gonna fall on me. At least it's gonna be a fast test. On some spots, when we sand it, now there's little rust spots. Should we like paint rust lock again over those places?
Those little places, depending on the size, could get rust lock dabbed in the little holes. The two-part epoxy primer is going to seal. So the rust lock stops the rust from forming. So those little pockets, we could go and dab each one, wait 4 more days, and then apply the bottom paint as a perfect measure. But because they're so tiny in places, we're just going to put the two-part epoxy, that'll go inside and that'll seal it out.
And if I see rust in those pockets,
Well,
I will blame you.
take photos. Never trust a girl with a rubber glove putting her finger near your face. There's certain places where it kind of looks like the ocean. The masking is fine, but I hate a line that's not perfect when it comes from one type of paint to the next. I'm gonna go back and remask it so that when we do the top paint, we have a really nice clean line.
Fine with me because I hate masking.
Frog tape is extremely sticky. It's got a nice straight edge on it. Then you don't get this going on where you can see that a little bit of the paint bled through.
Is that in Florida because it's so humid? The blue tape or any kind of tape doesn't last that long because of humidity. It starts to peel off right away.
Even after cleaning with acetone, the heat, after 3 days, the tape falls off. So you have to mask right before you do the painting.
Master mixer at work. That's
The
it?
key is down there by your foot.
Key? You guys have such cool tools at your disposal.
Yes.
We girls never get to play with stuff like that.
New glove.
Didn't mix anything yet, already dirty.
We have activator and we have base. The base is the high solids. The activator mixes with it chemically. You have to wait for 15 minutes for the bond to set, and then you can apply it to the boat. So it's just like epoxy glue, but always stir the base before mixing.
And why is that?
It's a very high solids base, so it's, look how thick it is. And you don't want that base that has settled to not be mixed with the activators, so you want to stir them first.
Does that mean that us poor people are gonna have a 15-minute break while it bonds together?
You have a 15-minute break, but that means you can put the rollers on the roller and you can be prepared for action.
Doesn't sound like a break to me.
So do you think we should mix double or just mix one batch?
I think we should mix double because last time we were painting the Jefferson, we ran out of bottom paint 4 times.
Well, this was nice. They messed up. This is a dark gray.
No, this is dark. This is black. This is the second time we go to that place and we get something wrong.
So I guess we're gonna have a mixture.
We can do half of the boat white and half of the boat gray.
Maybe it's gray down there, which is the mixed. Yeah, here it's coming. It's been sitting for so long. Oh, well, you know what? We're gonna have to mix this up and use it. You look at the other cans over there and see what they say. But I think that's, one is a white base and the other one is a gray base.
It's also gray base
All right,
and one more big activator.
won't matter because when we put the second coat on, they're all gonna be the same. So we're gonna have gray, which that's white, that's gray.
Who buys pink rollers anyway? Okay, so it is gray paint, it's not black. All the solids were at the bottom, panicking too early. Kinda, we had like no luck with paints lately. We got some wrong ones delivered to us, so that's why we were a little concerned.
This is only the 3rd trip to get primer.
Yeah,
First 2 trips were the wrong primer.
yeah. William is saying that we did 2 trips and got the wrong primer or whatever.
Now the master gloves up for surgery.
And you know, back in the days, those fake doctors would make more harm than anything else.
We're ready.
So these rollers are not very good because they lay too thin. So William got us little furry ones. Don't look at me like I'm doing something wrong.
I like to put down the light base when I'm using a dark bottom paint. So as the bottom paint wears away, you can see instantly that it's starting to go away. Alternately, if you have a light bottom paint, then use a dark red epoxy coat. So you can always see the difference. You know, you're right. Being a camera person is hard work. This is really difficult. Now I understand why my wife is always complaining about doing this difficult camera work. We agree, this is really hard sitting on this piece of bar. Good job. I think you missed a little piece down over there.
Some kind of a bug.
Diablo.
Diablo, thank you. Done with the first coat. Now we'll have to wait for 3 to 4 hours before we can apply the second coat. What are you doing up here? Aren't we supposed to be painting?
The hull is way too cold. The steel's too cold. So I think we're gonna have to let this dry and harden, sand the whole boat.
No. Sand the whole boat?
Well, if you don't do it within 4-hour time frame, then the epoxies don't bond. So then you have to wait for the paint to harden completely, and then you re-epoxy. That's going to be the best. The steel is just way too cold. Look at, I painted all of this all around the mast supports, and I painted the mast. It wouldn't be another 2 hours before we get paint on this and feel it ready. It's got to be at least 65 degrees. Just like a boat. You think you're done, and the job's twice more complicated. So question for you is the Teak right now, I had designed it to go on the rooftop like this, all the way around. So it has this curve to it. The other is to put it on the steel so there's no curve. And remember, underneath here, there's going to be a box built. Like that and around. So if it's like this, then the box is going to have a curve to it. If we look at the Teak strips, I designed them to mount like so along the rooftop, so they have a curve to them that matches the curve. And then here we'll have a box that will be built down and over so you don't see it in the metal. So behind here is where I'm going to be putting the screws to screw these in. But if I put it down here, they'll be flat all the way across. So do you prefer the rooftop to be flat, or do you prefer the rooftop to have the nice arc?
If we put them on the steel, that reduces the height of the powerhouse, correct?
But you're still going to hit your head on the beam if you're not careful.
Well, yeah, but this is like 4 inches?
2 inches.
What do you like better yourself?
The arc.
You like the arc?
The arc's more work, but the arc is going to look pretty.
That's why you're asking me. In case I select the other version and you're like, ha, that's fine with me. It's less work.
I like the arc. I was going to get your opinion, but...
That was nice. Well, I guess then I don't say anything.
Well, no, if you said I absolutely like it flat.
I didn't say anything yet.
I'm waiting for your opinion.
I have to think a little bit. Yeah, I think it's better with a curve.
We like curves. Curves are always more
How
fun
long
than
have
flat.
you been preparing this line?
We like curves? I think when we were 4 years old, we liked curves.
So curve.
Bring on the curves.
Bring on the curves.
So what do you think about that? We are getting so close. We're actually taking out the cushions and thinking about making this boat a boat again instead of a war camp.
I can't imagine how that's gonna happen. You will have to like remove all your stuff around. Thank you so much to our patrons, and as promised we started a group chat, and after careful consideration we decided to do it on Telegram because that way we can have like a channel and then you guys can exchange your thoughts, comments, and we can comment back versus WhatsApp original one. So this is how it looks. There are live updates there, videos, photos, and all of other things. If you are a Patreon, make sure you go to patreon.com/Dawn_Hunters, and there in our post feed there is an instruction on how to follow our channel and our group chat on Telegram.
Cool, that was a mouthful. Glad you had to say that.
And if you for some reason can't figure that out, make sure you send us an email at hello@dawn-hunters.com. My God, that's difficult.
One other thing is, thank you, Edward. We received a really cool letter, handwritten, in the mail. And a gentleman had sent us a letter saying he helped an elderly woman change a tire in a car. She forced him to take a $20 bill. And he sent us the 20 and said, this is yours on one condition. You guys actually spend it on yourselves rather than on something in the boat. So very cool to see a handwritten letter. I only get those from my dad. So
yes.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you for watching, guys. Remember to hit that subscribe button, notification bell, so you are, how you say it? You are
notified
on the next video. And make sure you join us for a live to torture this man with technical questions and ask me about my tattoos again. Here. Oh wait, I missed the whole boat.
Did you fall in some water or is that sweat?
You still recording?
Yeah. You told us to record.
No, you're supposed to put the camera and go back to painting.
Oh, yes? Oh, I missed that part.